I've been teaching since 2000. In 2002, James Gleason came to join us, and in 2003, this building was opened. So we say that the Media Academy was opened in 2003, and we take our founding date from then.
I went from middle school to another middle school, which was a performing arts magnet school in Pacoima. Through that, I had run into Evelyn Subert, who was working for the production company.
I went into film, and I worked at a film production company called Jones Entertainment Group, and I was the assistant to the VP of Development and the assistant to the executive VP. And I was in charge of staging the screenings for the film production company. So my friend Toby brought her friend James Gleason. She introduced him to me at the screening, and she said, "This is my friend James Gleason. He teaches kids how to make movies."
I have a love for movies, and I've been teaching film for almost 30 years, yeah. And I found some old equipment in the first school that I taught at. It was a middle school. It was these big old Sony Portapak things, and they weren't very porty. My back is still hurting from them.
I knew I knew eventually I would get back to teaching, because I never taught film production. But when he said he taught kids how to make films, I thought, oh my gosh, my two loves together, teaching and film production. I can put them together and do that.
She started working with the kids and thought it was interesting and liked it, and she ended up being a teacher. We both worked for a nonprofit, which is the ones who funded this building to begin with, Workforce LA. They needed an instructor over here, so she jumped at the chance to be a teacher here.
And then I said, this is what I have to do. I have to teach filmmaking. And from there, it was just straight line to Cleveland High School.
So she talked me into coming over here, and that was, I think, 7 years ago. And I made the leap from middle school to high school, and that's how I got here.
When I came in 2000, we were teaching in a former home ec classroom. And then when James came in 2002, we had 2 classes in a home ec classroom that was very long and narrow. This Media Academy took forever to build. They weren't actually building it, they were just refurbishing it, and it took 4 years, and so it finally opened in 2003.
Each year we try to teach everything from the, what's in your brain to the page to the screen. But we go from casting to directing actors to camera composition to lighting to sound.
James is an expert in lighting, sound, and camera. So when we team teach, he takes all the camera and the lighting and the sound people, and he gives them an intensive training. And then I can work specifically with the directors on how to work with actors. We have something called Time, which has brought kids to Korea and Belize and Scotland and done collaborative projects with those countries, and also founded the International Youth Media Summit. So we've been involved in international work actually since 2003.
So we're really geared for them to have that result. It's not just a training ground, it's an actual production class designed to get the students to get jobs afterwards.
Since the Media Academy's inception, we have introduced students to filmmaking that didn't know there was such a career out there. I had one kid that was very dyslexic, couldn't hardly write his name. He was an amazing camera operator.
The rewarding type is the students that don't know anything when they come in, and I've been able to build them up, and they just sort of, blossom.
I like to tell people that film can offer you something no matter what your disability, no matter what your skills or lack of skills. There's always something that you can do in filmmaking. And so we have a long list of students that I can remember that have gone on to careers in the industry, and we have many, many other students that have taken what we've taught them and built on it, gone to other training programs that we have pushed them into, and have careers now in the industry. So I think together, the teachers of the Media Academy are really helping change the face of Hollywood.